All right. Yes, we are live. And guess what? StreamYard's at the basic, so we're just going to do this as an intro.
Lions roar and the tigers strike through the night. Pistons dribble, red wings soar on high. KCP's the beat, hear the crowd amplify. We're smoking Jeremy B, bringing the heat. All the sports, all the time, feel that beat. KCB Sports, where warriors play. Detroit pride fueling every day. Victory roars, hear the fans unite. All sports, all the time, we ignite. From Ford Field's glory to Little Caesar's thrill, we're united in passion, it's our dream to fulfill. Cross the ice and the court, the triumph shine. KCB Sports Network, where legends combine. So cheer for our teams, let the stories unfold. With grit and determination, watch the magic unfold. KCB Sports, where warriors play. Detroit pride fueling every day. Victory roars, hear the fans unite. All sports, all the time, we ignite. So grab your gear. So grab your gear. It's time to cheer. KCB Sports will persevere. Ooh.
That's right. It is KCB Sports Network, and here we are. It is I, Smoking Jeremy B, with the one and only Chicken Nugget King.
Thank you, Jeremy. It's good to be here on the show and represent One Pride. Let's turn it up a notch.
Patrick Mahomes, who's now getting injured and missing games and costing the team a season. No, Jared Goff hasn't missed but what, 2 games since he's been here? And that was the first year in 2021, and that was due to COVID, right?
Right? Exactly.
No, thank you. Patrick Mahomes has missed anywhere from 2 to 3 games a year, and last year it was what, 8?
Mm-hmm. That's correct,
He gets
Mundo.
injured. I'm just saying he gets injured every year because of the style of play he has. That's the problem with athletic quarterbacks. There's very few that play all 17 games. Even Josh Allen doesn't play all 17 games. Lamar Jackson has missed twice, half a season due to injuries. Your athletic QBs are great for everything they can bring, but they're more injury prone because they're more apt to be hit.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And I wouldn't trade Gibbs. But I
No,
also wouldn't re-sign him right now. I'd do exactly what Chicken and Nugget I said. 5th year option, franchise tag, then the transitional tag in year 7. And if someone wants them, let them overpay. Diego Valdez says, "Hi, friend. Hello."
but you already know
Okay, wait.
Brad Holmes.
Okay, let me get into this because we did just sign somebody who actually is better than AQM in run defense and about the same production in sacks. And we always say we got to get somebody, but then we complain when AQM left when he got 11 sacks last year, but complained all year he was nobody opposite Hutch.
Yeah, we already got that. We already have some, guys like Wanham, Peyton, and even Damone Clark. Damone Clark is definitely somebody that's real physical player too. Even though they might look at him as a linebacker, but he can hybrid it sometimes too. He can definitely
I think,
set the tone at the edge as well.
and the reason why is if somebody else wants to pay him, they're going to have to pay him over top 5 money average. So in other words, whatever the third running back makes out of the top 5 is about the average that Gibbs will get in the transitional tag. So if the top guy's making 20 and the 5th guy's making 15, Gibbs will get 17.5 that year. The year before, in the 6th year, when you do the actual exclusive tag. Thank you, Michael Hawk. Good to see you, brother. Smart to play the game the way it's set up regarding Gibbs' contract. Yes, sir. And I just feel that way because look at what just happened with Seattle. Kenneth Walker wins the MVP of the Super Bowl, even though I think it should have been the kicker who scored 17 of their points.
Mm-hmm.
And they let him walk out the building, and he's now a Chief. And I'd be scared for who the Chiefs brought in for competition for that starting job while Mahomes heals from his injury. Remember, he got hurt around Thanksgiving time, didn't he? I think we should. Well, I think our cornerbacks are fine. It's safety. If you look at who we still got DJ Reed, who had a down year after his injury, but looked great before it. I think they brought him back too soon, just like I said about Aleem McNeil. And that's why he didn't play as well. But at the same time, when they did that, DJ Reed came back after Aleem was back, and the interior defensive line started playing worse. We talked about this, Chicken Nugget, the difference between the first half of the season with the interior defensive line and the last half of the season. It was a huge disparity.
Mm-hmm.
Reeder played
Mm-hmm.
better with Williams next to him than he did with Aleem because Aleem wasn't 100%, and he needed the help of someone like Williams because Reeder
Mm-hmm.
did nothing. Do you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that assessment. That assessment is, top notch for us, and it's a good look. It's a good understanding of what we're doing as a football team and as as fans. Is that we think that this is a year where we can definitely franchise tag Gibbs, and then go from there. I think sky's the limit for not only resigning him, but I think sky's the limit for just looking for open opportunities to see what's out there, free agency for him, and for us if we don't resign Gibbs.
Oh, I would love them to do a March Madness for football. But at the same time, one and done is not a true test. Everybody's talking about in basketball or in the World Baseball Classic because it's ran like the March Madness for the countries, right? One game in the playoffs, you lose, you're
Yeah.
out, right? Somebody said,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't it be better if it's a best of 3? I said, if it's a best of 3, you're risking more injuries to about, I'd say about 40% of the league was actually playing in the World Baseball Classic this year.
Mm-hmm.
It was 190 players, almost 200.
You don't want to lose out on guys,
And football already is like the March Madness, except it's a 16-team format with only one
Mhm.
team getting a bye. At least in March Madness, nobody gets a bye. You've got the play-in, and then it's right to the field of 64.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying to do that to Gibbs because he's not a great player. Do not confuse that. I'm saying because if you want to prolong the usage of him until he's not useful, those two tag years will basically take all the best years of his running back ability out of him at no detriment to the cap. I just, right now, Aiden Hudson only makes what is it, 10 million, and JMO makes 8 this year because on the
Yep.
5th-year options. How great is that?
It's swell. It's very swell.
So the 5th-year option is a great thing because of the rookie salary cap. It keeps it that way. It's not very few of the actual starters get hurt in practice, except for maybe Davenport, and he's not on the team any longer.
Yeah, he's not on the team.
How many starters did we have out week 1? Actual starters. Wasn't it 2? Lee McNeil, because he was hurt the year before in season. And then somebody else that carried, and Malcolm Rodriguez, right? Wasn't that the 2?
Mm-hmm. It was Dose. Yeah, it was definitely
They
Deuce.
don't get hurt. They don't get hurt in the game because of how they practice. That's it. Practice has nothing to do with the game. They don't practice that hard during the week. If you actually listen to them, 2 days of the 4 days of practice is walkthrough. If it's a Thursday night game, they get 2 walkthrough days. They don't even practice in pads. So that isn't it. The problem is we play on turf. And they're out of the 32 teams. What did they say? It was 18 or 20 of them that have turf now. It was up there. And all of those teams, except for San Francisco, have very high injury rates for both the home teams and the away teams. How many times have we seen people blow out an ACL on our field from another team?
Multiple times.
And guess what?
I can't even count them on all fingers.
The worst field for injuries is grass. San Francisco. San Francisco was more injured than the Lions last year. You know what the difference was? They had better depth.
I mean, they have the stronger depth than we will be at.
That's funny because they're not allowed to practice right now. They're not in camp. I don't know what you're talking about. Unless he's talking about last year with the Chiefs, they practice in full pads every day because Andy Reid's an old school coach.
Yeah, that's what he's definitely pinpointing on is that Pacheco, when he was with the Chiefs, they practiced in full gear, full pads and everything.
I'm talking here. We do. Oh, okay. In the Chiefs, and he got hurt. So he got hurt with them. What did he do? Miss like 4 or 5 games last year. Missed 7 the year before that. Robbie, I'd throw up the picture, but it won't let me. But yes, this guy is a Jagoff. MDE, I did send you the link. I was hoping you'd be able to hop in. I know you work a lot, and I'm not pushing it. But I love being here with Chicken Nugget. Let's see. So the signings this week, it started with DJ.
Always a pleasure, brother.
It started with DJ Wonham. Then the next morning we signed Damone Clark. And then that afternoon we signed Greg Dortch. We signed Seth McLaughlin on Sunday, if I remember right. So that's technically this week, because Sunday's technically the first day of the week, not the last. Everybody always does that ass backwards.
Yeah, true, definitely.
And then today we signed Peyton Turner, a former first, and Brad Holmes has done this every year. Oh, I know. The colleges do it in a different week. The high schools do it a week. You got Easter coming up. Is Easter this weekend or next?
I think it's next week. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's next
yeah,
week.
next week.
But they usually take the week off before and then go back the Tuesday after, which I think that's crazy. But I do love that if we do go to the 20-week season, do you know what week the Super Bowl lines up with? Ooh, Easter is April 5th. So, yeah, 2 weeks away.
Mhm. And
They're
not
gonna
only that, the NFL draft is right around the corner.
right. It's a 20-week season, but they're going to realign it with the 2 preseason weeks where they make it go a little bit later and we start a little bit later, maybe not so early in August, and make it closer to September. And the reason why is so Super Bowl will actually be on the Sunday before President's Day. So it's like a day off, a federal, all the schools will be out because that's a national holiday. Oh, I bet. And today was beautiful. I sat outside most of the day.
Yeah, it was like 70 degrees outside.
And now Peyton Turner has been injured a couple of times. Last year he was buried on the practice squad for the Dallas Cowboys. They gave him a $2.5 million prove-it deal, but he didn't crack the roster. So we don't even know if he makes the team. It's one of those prove-it deals. It's going to be one of those guys where they look at him and say, hey, we're giving you $1 million, but we're splitting it up with 2 void years. Probably give him like $500,000 this year and then $250,000 a year the next 2 years. Because that's what Matt Dunstall does.
Yeah, it's more of a, show me better than you can tell me type of deal.
Right. And I'm not saying he's only going to make $1 million, because last year he made 2.5 on a practice squad. But the difference is we don't have people making more than $1 million in the top 51 right now. So that's why I think it's going to be around that $1 million mark, so that he stays below the top 51 and doesn't count against the roster, and it won't be a dead cap hit type thing. Smart. It's smart football, smart business.
It is.
And even when we spent all but $4 million, I think that was 2022 when we went all in, kind of trying to fix the team from the year before.
Mm-hmm.
We keep that because injuries happen. Just in case you got to sign somebody mid-year because somebody gets a catastrophic injury. And injury, it's not a question of if an injury happens, it's a question of when. And I would much rather have the starters get anything that's going to take them out for 6 to 8 weeks happen in the preseason and be able to come back for a playoff push than have it happen around Thanksgiving and have them out for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would not trade Gibbs for Mahomes. There's no way.
That's not happening.
And
Whoever's,
that was. Yeah, I would sign ticket to a max contract if he could fill in for Cade Cunningham the next couple of weeks. What's funny is they won yesterday without him.
Hey, look. Yeah, they won. They won without him. He had a mild chest injury.
Yeah, it
what that is,
It's a punctured lung. But what it is the way he landed, his rib barely punctured his lung. It's a low grade, and they're saying that after it could be healed within 2 weeks, at most 4. If it is 4 weeks, guess what? He's back for the playoffs, but with no practice time. If it's 2 weeks, he gets a week to play before the playoffs starts, at least a week's worth of games. So
that gives them that definitely gives them some time.
Right. I would much rather it be the 2-week one than the 4-week one for practice reasons, for him getting back into game shape and to see if he's got his stamina.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a guy that called into one of the radio shows and said, man, I was in the Army and I punctured a lung and it was a grade 2. They stitched the hole. They put that plastic stuff over it inside. He was back out on the field the next day. I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's a tough guy. That is the sign of a tough guy.
The lady
But
I worked for, if she had a minor
but back
chest
to the
injury, it'd be louder than a sonic boom and more noticeable. Yes, I know, because you work for Dollywood.
but but
It'd be
back
like
to the
my,
comment of like
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, but back to the comment of signing me. I did play basketball. I played rec league back in the day, so I know how that goes.
Yeah. I played some basketball too. I was never any good at it. I was a garbage man type of guy.
Oh yeah,
You
go in like the last 2 minutes. Yeah.
no, anybody who missed something or if a ball could be swiped, I was the guy that put it in like a trash can, just took it. I dished. I was a
Yep.
distributor, but I was
Yeah, just
more
grab the
of a
boards.
I was a more of a even at only 5'11", I had enough ups where I was stealing basketballs from guys that were 6'4".
Mhm.
But it's all about technique and doing it right and not trying to club somebody over the head while you do it too.
Yeah, it takes a lot of skill, eye coordination, and dribbles. You got to dribble. You got to know how to dribble, play defense, be on point with your man, understand where you're at all times, from corner to corner, from mid range to wing, to even to
Mm.
the perimeter. We even discussed that earlier before the show. Is that it's like trying to stop the run game, in the perimeter defense. If you can't stop the perimeter defense, you can't stop the run in the NFL. You have to do that type of stuff.
So I really love what we did. And here's the crazy thing. Everybody said that was a down year for our draft class. We were picking what, 28?
Hmm. We were.
Okay. The Lions Detroit draft class ranked 16th league wide last year. Did you know that?
I mean, that's a new stat to me. That is a brand new stat to me and many others.
And
So
that's
I
according
mean,
to
hey,
NFL Network,
you
not a
learn
beat
something.
writer. Somebody mentioned it in the chat. And yes,
No,
I
you
think a
don't.
lot of people are really bored. Trading Goff this year isn't going to happen because guess what his dead cap is right now if you trade him now that his cap hit is lower. His cap is down to 37.6, right? Down from 69.6. The dead cap on it is $116.8 million. That'd be as detrimental as not restructuring Goff this offseason. $116.8 million. So it costs you $80 million to get rid of him. Did you know that,
Yeah,
chicken nugget? That's
there we go again.
when I
It's
see those
it's a new
trade
stat.
Goff things. When I see those trade Goff things and I know the dead cap of it, I'm like going, "Are you fucking nuts?"
You don't trade a guy that has led two NFC teams to an NFC championship game. You don't do that. You don't trade a guy that went 18 for 18 in a perfect game where you have no incompletions against the Seattle Seahawks, who just won a Super Bowl. You don't do that. The guy's a locker room leader. That's a guy that's proven himself time and time again that he can ball, no matter where he's at.
Yeah, so think about that. It's almost more than Tua and Kyler combined. And Tua's was 99.2 million.
And Tua had too many, injuries, and they overpaid the guy, and
You
he
know
didn't
what's
even
funny
produce good.
is the injury he had. Not he didn't get injured at all last year. He played 17 games. I just wanted to throw that out there. He was benched for a game because he had a bad game, and they let Skylar Thompson go in. They said, "Yeah, you go on back. You're better." But
Yeah, you're done.
they didn't tell him he was done. Tua went back to playing. Remember?
Oh yeah, and he just recently got picked up by the Falcons not too long ago too.
Yeah, but they got him for a vet minimum because he's still getting all that guaranteed money from Miami. As long as they don't re-sign him in the season, that'll take money off the cap for Miami. That's what a lot of people don't realize. That dead cap hits and the guaranteed salary stays with the people that sign the contract. unless you re-sign him in season. I agree. And that's where we want to be. We want to be in Super Bowl 61. I think we are a borderline contender with where we're sitting. One beat writer of the NFL Network said that the Bears are the 10th best team in the league. But when I watch pundits that talk every day, they still rank Detroit above Green Bay and the Bears. And I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith, talking about Colin Cowherd. I'm talking about Rex Ryan, of course, puts us up there because he goes, as long as they got Dan Campbell, I'm with them. He said that.
Oh, he knew that Rex Ryan knew that Dan Campbell was the guy from day one. He knew that right off bat.
And I love the fact that after we hired, because I talked with you about this way back before I even had a podcast, Chicken. We used to just talk in the chats all the time.
True.
When we hired Dan Campbell, W.G. Brady did that smear campaign where it gave all these reasons why he was a bad hire. Remember that from ESPN? W.G. Brady, I showed you.
And
the
Jamil
article.
Hill was, yeah, and Jamil Hill trashed on him too. And that was, yeah.
When we hired Matt Patricia, I found an article that W.G. Brady wrote saying the Lions made a mistake hiring Patricia. They should have hired Dan Campbell. And all those things he used in a negative in 2021 on Campbell were things he put as a positive back in 2018. Does that make any sense whatsoever?
No.
So you're going to rave and say he's the best coach for Detroit and they didn't pick him, then that's a mistake. And then say it's a mistake when they finally do hire him, saying this is why it's a mistake. And it's all the things you said were positives. I don't get it.
Yeah, I wouldn't get that either, because I think that, to me, is clickbait. People to, just click on and believe in the bait. You can't just believe in the bait. You got to understand that, people like that, journalists like that, they're going to writers, they're going to write stuff like that just to get you to tune in and think that that's more pinpoint accurate than the real actual thought behind it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a crapshoot how they, crapped on Campbell, for, having a lackluster of a press conference. But then again, his press conference totally meant something to everybody in the city and even to the fans. That this is a team that's all about Dan Campbell. It's all about the embodiment of grit. And that's what they've got confused,
Yep. And that's what I wanted. I just wanted to point that out. And we got 27 million right now and only 4 or 5 guys to hit the cap yet. So we're in good shape. But I feel like with Miles Adams, Damone Clark, Teddy Bridgewater, and DJ Wonnum, once they hit the cap, because right now did they immediately add the new guy? Tyler Conklin, we got him for $1 million, guys. That's cheap. $1,075,000. Trying to see for Cade Mays.
Absolutely.
Cade Mays, his cap hit this year is $2.7 million. It'll cost you $14 million in dead cap to get rid of him. Rock Ya-Sin we got for 3.2. His dead cap's only 2.6.
And can we talk about Rock Ya-Sin for a moment? Because
sure. I think that was
literally stood out
for our nickel. Yeah. When
he stood out.
When DJ Reed started falling apart and Terrion Arnold went down, he stepped up. And I think he'll be fine in that slot corner. I think he's going to end up being our nickel.
He definitely makes sense. Yeah, I would like him at the nickel. Absolutely. Like, his game at the nickel is, like, top tier. Like, he definitely can ball at the nickel. And he showcased that he can get you a clutch tackle when it matters most. He showed that.
Yep. I think he was the only one in the secondary that was making tackles from behind. Lions have made amazing moves this offseason. Seriously, haters won't acknowledge it, but great moves, business, Brad and DC, great moves. Well, there is a little friction between Brad and Dan right now. Dan likes vet leaders, older players. Brad Holmes decided it's time to do something new and gut everybody over 30. And that's exactly what he did. If you look at everybody who left, they're over 30 years old. We signed players 28 and younger. So there is a little friction there. That is real. Holy smokes, we're playing the Golden State Warriors right now at home for the Pistons. Let's give you a little Pistons update. It's the fourth quarter, and we're up 94-73 without Cade. Think about that one for a minute. That's without Cade. We got a 21-point lead in the fourth quarter over the Warriors. Is Steph Curry out? Did Draymond Green stop being a bad guy? What's going on? We know they don't have Klay Thompson. He plays for another team now. And yes, soon. Hoops Talk is coming. But again, my scheduling program. Yeah, there he is.
Are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me? Checking. Hello. You there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. I
Can
was
you hear me
making sure
now?
you can hear me. I just gave an
Yeah.
update on the Pistons game. We were up 94-73 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
over
we
the
win this
Warriors.
game. We win this game. We get a playoff. We clinch a playoff spot.
Yeah, automatically. We're at the first seed in the East still right now, right?
Yep, correct. So with the first seed, we still, even if we win, we get the first seed. We went out first seed.
Right.
Boston gets 2, and Boston is right behind us. Like
think
I
they're-
literally,
They're what? 4 games behind us, I think it is right now in the standings.
somewhere around like 4 or 5 games behind, somewhere around there. But I even addressed this, is that like when you look at the Celtics, their weaknesses to me is injuries and not being consistent. They have inconsistency. Even though it's not like football, but it's outside of the portion of it. But yeah,
Ooh.
Pistons are.
I don't know if this is load management and out, but yes, Steph Curry is out. Isaiah Stewart has a calf strain. He's out. Cade Cunningham, we know why he's out. Herter has a shoulder injury, and he's out day to day. Jalen Duren is out, and Sasser is out. So wait, you're telling me we don't have Cunningham, we don't have Beef Stew, we don't have Duren, we don't have Herter, and we don't have Saucer, and we're winning by 24 points now because it's 97-73.
Mm-hmm.
And our starting 5 is Tobias Harris, Asir Thompson, Robinson, Jenkins, and I think Reed. Okay, they had Duren listed as out day to day, but he is playing. He had 21 points and 6 rebounds. That's a little on the low side for him, and no blocks. Ron Holland has a block tonight, and so does Asir Thompson. Yeah,
we're forcing like 20 plus turnovers in this game. That's the most since 1999 and 2000. Like 23.
Asir Thompson leads the way in 7 steals. He's a great defender, but his offense is streaky, if you know what I mean. He's either hot or really cold. There is no in between with them. But he's got
it's
8 points. Duren has 23, but I think he went down in this game because it says his minutes are at 15. So he must be out for the rest of the game. It must have happened in this game that he got hurt.
I think he's out there. I believe so. Yeah, he's out there right now.
Okay, good. You got the game on, evidently.
Yeah, I do. I'm watching the whole game right now, and we have 7 steals. I don't know if you've seen that stat line right there, but 7 steals tonight.
Yeah, Sir Thompson. Yeah, I was talking about that. I was looking at
Man,
it. He's
hey,
leading the
hey
way.
look,
We got to.
hey, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so we got a steal from Harris, 7 from Thompson, 1 from Duran, 1 from Robinson, or 2 from Robinson, 1 from Jenkins, 2 from Reed, 1 from Holland, and 1 from Levert. We got a Levert sighting. He played.
Oh,
He even has 5 points.
I'm,
So
I'm
does Green.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Holland has 9 points tonight. Reed has 10 points. Jenkins has 13. Robinson has 11. 23 from Duran, 8 from Sir Thompson, and 13 from Harris. And that rounds out your scoring. Warriors, on the other hand, Draymond Green is playing. He's had 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. 0 points. Santos has 11 points, 4 for 9 from the field, 1 for 4 from. Ooh.
Hey,
Christoph
and the
Porzingis
wise.
has 5 points and 1 for 4 from the 3-point line and 1 for 5 from.
Speak, yeah, speaking of the Celtics, don't look now, but they're losing to the Memphis Grizzlies, 66-64. Wow.
Good.
That's good for us, definitely.
Okay,
Um,
they're 4 games behind us, so if they lose and we win, that's a full game jump right back to 5.
yeah,
If I remember right,
that
because
should
they
definitely count right there.
they got a game in the hand because they played 1 less game than us.
They did.
Just to put that in. Oh no, they're caught back up. They're caught back up. They When we had our off day, they must have played a game.
Yeah, they definitely did damage against the Warriors. This is a team that we're playing now. They went all out, and I actually had a video on their strengths and weaknesses on my YouTube channel. It's actually
Okay.
uploaded now, so check that out.
Yeah, isn't Jaylen Brown injured right now and Tatum's back?
I haven't checked and seen JB being injured. I have never checked. I've never knew about that, but I do know that team's pretty good with two two-way players. They're
Right.
great with two-way players. Absolutely excellent at that.
And the Knicks have moved into 3rd place ahead of the Cavaliers.
They did. Cavs are like sitting at 4 or 5, somewhere around that range.
Yeah, they're at 4. The 5th is the Raptors. The 6th is the Hawks, who's had a hell of a run lately. I think they've won 11 in a row.
Yeah, they just won. They just beat the Mavs. That was
Today?
they beat the
Or
Mavs
last
not too
night?
long ago.
Yeah, that was
Somewhere
last
around.
night. That was their
Yep.
11th win in a row. And 7th is the Magic. And 8th is the Heat.
We're literally turning this into a Pistons
Oh, well,
into a
no, it's because I'm about to start my NBA show once the playoffs start, and you're more than welcome to come talk hoops with me, brother.
Hey, look, I was just gonna say that we're definitely starting a show about that. Me and you.
Yeah, hoops talk. That's all it's
Mhm.
going to be, and we're gonna cover more than just the Pistons, but the Pistons will be the focus.
Mm-hmm. They'll
It's
definitely
gonna
be the
be more
local.
of it's going to be an NBA thing, and that's why I'm starting it at the playoffs, because then you only got to focus on 14 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you agree that it might be better, maybe not for the fans because the ticket prices will go up, but to reduce the gameplay by 72 to reduce the load management of star players so they actually start playing in more games as a percentage in the season, and you wouldn't have to do as much load management? It means your ticket pricing would go up by 8% across the board.
I don't even got to say too much. I agree already. Because it's needed. These star players have to play.
Yeah,
No,
because if you do that and they only have to miss 3 games a year to be in shape for the playoffs versus 10 to 20,
mhm.
I think it's a huge, and you give a 2-week gap before the playoff starts, because that's what those 10 games you're eliminating does. It'll give teams 2 weeks off. The playoffs would still start at the same time. Players would be rested. Everybody would be rested. The only one you'd have to worry
Mhm.
about rust is the first seed that gets the bye, correct?
Correct.
but everybody else is going to be rusty, but have one game to get back into shape.
Yeah, I wish the NBA, I wish the NBA gave like how the NFL gives the first seed a bye. I wish they did that. I wish
They,
they did that
I
type of
thought they
stuff.
did. I thought that started last 2 seasons ago.
I have no, I didn't get a chance to see that for the NBA because if you're the number one seed in the East, you can get a bye, at least a bye, at least a one round bye, like the
So
NFL does. I wish they
the
would
only
do
thing,
that.
the only thing I can say is Peyton Turner, the guy we signed, must have talent because he was taken in the first round of the 2020 draft by the Saints at pick 28, which they got via a trade. They traded away somebody to get that.
Hmm.
So with that, yeah, they are SAWFT. You 100% NBA players are soft, especially LeBum. Oh, there isn't a buy for the top seed. They have the mini tourney now in the mid
Yeah,
season.
from the 7th seed to the 10th seed, they do a play in. That's a mini tournament. Yep, the end season.
So like the top, so 7 through 10 do that. That means 6 and up
Hmm.
basically get a bye week while that happens. Correct?
I mean, yeah, correct. I wish they did it like that, but
Okay.
obviously, I mean, I'm not Adam Silver.
Right. I think 1 through 6 gets a bye week while they decide who 7 is. Because 7 is the one that
Hmm.
has to play the 1, right? And that 7
Eight
through
has to
10
play.
is no, because I thought 8 through 10 is the play in then?
Yeah, it's 7 through 10, but whoever earns that 8 seed spot will play the first seed.
Right. That's what I was getting at, that last seed,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
7 through 10 are playing, and whoever wins it ends up in the 7th seed. They play the 1, the 6 plays the 2, and so forth, right?
yeah,
Or,
yeah.
okay.
I can say that. I can say that because it's not like the NBA, but it's a difficult situation where it's like 8 versus 1, 2 versus 7.
Okay, then 6 versus 3 and 5 versus 4.
Yep,
And that's usually your
yep.
best first round matchup is that 5-4 matchup. And
Hmm.
what is it about the NCAA bracket where 12 beat the 5s every year?
I just seen that last night.
TCU over Ohio, overrated State University. Yinzer, I got a pair of LeBron shoes. I put them on and instantly started flopping. Oh, yes.
That's some funny. That is some funny ish. I can't even say the full word. I
Yeah, you
can't put.
can.
I can't.
It's allowed
Oh, I
here.
can say.
You can say it
Okay.
here. I'm an
Hey,
18
that's
and
some
up
funny
adult.
shit. That's
Yes,
some
it is.
funny shit.
Why do you think I drop F bombs? I drop F bombs like candy on Halloween, coming out of a fat kid's bag.
But yeah,
Oh,
back to Peyton. I think Peyton can definitely help us well as a depth piece. Same thing with Wanham. Same thing with same thing with Damone Clark. Damone Clark plays linebacker, but it's so much more you know guys from linebacking core to the edge core that could really help as depth pieces. We haven't even got our edge two yet, but I think that's to figure out in the draft. You know,
right. I
and
think Wanham right now, unless we draft one in one of the first 2 rounds, and it's a possibility we do that, but there's a chance we'll go safety because of Branch not
Mhm.
coming back till mid-season. I love the fact that I'm seeing video of Kirby Joseph making cuts and practicing at the
Mhm.
rehab facility in Allen Park.
Mhm.
I got something funny to play you, though, Chicken Nugget, and it's totally off base, but I just made that statement, and it reminded me of what MDE said during my baseball show Saturday.
Mhm.
He goes, I'm as picky about women as a fat kid at a Golden Corral. So I wrote a country song with using Donna AI with it. Want to hear it? It's
Hey,
funny
hey,
as
hey,
hell.
have at it. Have at
All
it.
right. Here we go. Let's have some fun.
Well, I'm sitting at the diner, looking at the menu, just like a fat kid at a buffet, knowing what I want to do. I need a little sweetness, but I like my spice. Like a plate full of options, but I gotta be precise. I'm a connoisseur of love, every choice I take. Gotta have that flavor, can't afford a mistake. As picky as a fat kid, there's a golden career. I'm searching for a treasure, not just any pound. Give me that love that's rich and sincere. A sweet, sweet deal, one I could hold near. She's gotta have a smile that lights the room, and a laugh like a melody, sweet as a bloom. Her heart's gotta be golden like the best dessert. Got my eyes on the prize, no room for the hurt. Yeah, I'm choosy, babe, don't you see? Just like dessert, I want a taste that's free. As picky as a fat kid in a golden corral. I'm searching for a treasure, not just any pile. Give me that love that's rich and sincere. A sweet, sweet deal, one I could hold near. So here's to waiting for that perfect catch. As picky as I am, ain't no reason to scratch.
I love it.
I mean, before I get on the take of like Caleb Downs
Yeah.
and Curtis Joseph, I gotta honestly say that feels like going into a country club with with boots on and just saying yeehaw throughout the whole night. That's
It was
how it
funny though,
feels.
wasn't it? Was it that funny?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm as picky as fat kid at the Golden Corral.
Hey, hey,
And look who
that's
entered the
still,
chat. You saw that, right?
yeah, yeah.
What's up, Smoking Dad? He asked, "How you
What's
doing, Chicken
going
Nugget?"
on? Hey, how you doing, Pops? I'm doing good, doing good.
Yeah. So I want to address this because I keep hearing we have too many holes to fill with the draft, right? Isn't that what you keep hearing
Mhm.
from all these people? Woodward Sports, The Ticket, other podcasters, they all keep saying this, right? We lost 10 players
Um,
over 30 years old and older, correct?
I'm sure. Yeah, yes, sir, indeed. I think we did lose, some veterans who can
So,
definitely fill some void.
so with the re-signings and everybody we signed, do you know how many players we've signed this offseason and the one included in the trade altogether?
Hmm.
It's staggering. It's 15.
Yeah. I mean, I could figure it's 15, but I don't want to say an overabundance. You know what I mean? I don't want to say overabundance because if I say overabundance, it's going to be like you're out of your mind. It's not sitting at 15 or 14. Because I was thinking there was a couple other guys out there that could have made like what 17, 18 or whatever. You
Oh,
get my
yeah.
point though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
So
couple more prove it deals to be brought in. 100%.
mhm.
And we're not talking about guys at the back end of their career. We're talking about guys at the back end of their prime. That's what we're seeing him doing now. We're not picking up the guys that are 30, 29, 30, 31 years old anymore. We're picking up the guys that are between 26 and 28.
I mean, guys that still feel that they can play, football at a high level, that still feel they can do that.
Yeah, and tomorrow will be the first ever baseball show with a fantasy baseball draft that I'm involved in. Holy crap. Yeah.
And that's amazing. That is amazing. It's 162 games a year. So with this fantasy draft, you better bank on it, man. You better bank on it with your picks.
And it was pay to play.
But I do like us going to get Caleb Downs. I do. At safety, I like it. I think that would be a good suggestion. But I don't know if he could
get him.
Yeah.
I think we'd have to move up to the back end of the top 10 no later than 13.
No way. Yeah.
There's other teams that lost safeties in that range. I think you'd almost want to trade up because they just lost the safety right at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that they signed Kenneth Walker, the Chiefs more than likely are taking Caleb Downs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but there would be no stinking way his
trade back. And I don't think we want to give up the capital to move up to 8 or earlier, because coming from 18, you're going to have to give up a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't even want to fall. There's no way he would fall at 17. There's no way. No way.
So since we went too late to do a draft, mock draft 75 isn't happening today, but that's okay. I don't mind. There is a rule that's being put in, and it's kind of important that I want to talk about. They're talking about making it so people can go 4 years out with their draft picks in trade situations now. Kind of like what the NBA does. You got 5 total years you can trade your picks. And somebody said, wow, that means somebody could offer 5 first-round picks to get Josh Allen or to get Pat Mahomes. I said, no, you're not thinking about it the right way. What this means is, like, if you know there's a down draft class, like this year's a down draft class, you wouldn't mind giving up a first if you got back a first in next year or the following year's draft, right?
Right. That's more like a projection pick, right? More of the projection.
More of a projection. We already know that statistically, most of the skilled positions are going to be much better next season than what it is this year. This year, the best skilled positions, I think it's the secondary and the wide receivers. The running backs are, after the top 4 or 5, it's kind of mid. If you look at the linebacker is deep too. I think this is the deepest linebacker draft for top to bottom talent. I'm not just talking about the top end. I'm just saying there's not a lot of drop off after the 3rd round. All the players are kind of the same. Do you see what I'm getting at there?
I definitely see where you're getting at.
I think if you wait till after the 3rd round to get a linebacker, it's basically a preference at that point. It's take whoever the hell you want. If you want a big, fast guy, you get him. If you want somebody that's a little slower and more of a run defender, get them. Because they're all going to be decent. Because there's very few super athletic specimens at the linebacker department outside of Sonny Styles. And don't get me started. That guy is a physical specimen.
Beast.
10 pounds heavier than Calvin Johnson and runs faster.
I
mean, he's going to be the first linebacker off the board. First pure linebacker off the board. And I still think he's more of an outside guy than a middle guy, right?
Yeah, he can definitely you can utilize him on the outside more than you can utilize him in the inside.
Because I think in the NFL, with the way traffic is, it may hinder him a little bit to be an actual middle linebacker.
Because in the middle, it's a lot of traffic you can deal with. A lot of traffic.
I think somebody would be smart to draft him into either a 3-4 or a 4-3 and use him as a Sam.
Hey,
I think that's
quick question. Quick question, Jeremy. So with those projection picks, with the 3rd round picks or the second round picks would be projections too. Would they count as
Basically,
projections?
you're looking at the draft class as a whole, is what I'm saying. So you could look
Mhm.
at through the next 4 years and say, okay, look, this is going to be if all the right juniors come out and the seniors that won't be able to come back because there's going to be no more sixth-year guys after this. We're at the end of the COVID era guys. The only ones that are left that are going long are ones that had injuries and did an injunction to be able to stay in college, like Trinidad Chambliss and that kid out at Montana in Montana. But that guy was recruited by USC and had 3 straight years where he didn't get to play a down due to injuries. So it was like he was redshirted 3 years in a row. So he transfers to Montana. He gets his master's. Now he's going for his doctorate. And he just wants to play while he's doing it so he can go to school for free. That's smart. Because out-of-state tuition is way higher for a person than when it's in-state.
And there you have it. Congratulations to the Detroit Pistons for clinching a playoff spot. There you have it.
What's the
Win
final score?
51. 115 to 101.
So we still beat them by 14. So that means
51st win on the season.
Woohoo! Guaranteed the Pistons are in the playoff. That means they probably can't fall worse than 4 at this point. There's not that many games left, right? Like what?
Yeah, there's some remainder of games. Yeah,
like
20 games left. Yeah.
Because this was game 60.
Yeah, because today is game
22
70.
games.
This is game 70.
Game 70?
Yeah, this is game 70 right here.
51 and 19. That's right. 70. So there's 12 games left in the season. So think about that.
Mm-hmm.
The Celtics just lost, and they're still going to be in second place because they were a game and a half the team behind them, even if they win. So that means 5 games behind us and only 12 games to make up 5. That means they got to, and each win, while you lose, is a full swing. But if you win any of them, it's only a half gain, right?
Exactly, correct. Because that half game still puts you in position to keep your seed. That's what people don't know. It keeps you seed.
So this is where I was going with that. So if you do the math, that means they have to win 9 of their next 12 games.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to lose 9 of our 12 games for them to tie us.
Mm-hmm. In order to take that spot.
In order to take that. No, I'm saying if we lose 9 and they win 9, it's a tie at the end of the season. It comes down to a coin flip, and it'll be heads-up play. And I think we're 2-1 versus Boston this year, right?
I think we defeated Boston.
We beat them the first
season.
2 times, and then we won. And
Yeah.
then we lost this last one just before Tatum came back. It was while we were going through that little mini slump in the middle of the season.
Mm-hmm. And those mini slumps, to me, I think those mini slumps give you motivation to get better. You know, that's the best part of it.
Congratulations, Pistons. You've clinched.
Congratulations to the boys in the D. Let's go.
So, if we can have the Red Wings clinch, do you realize that the first time in a calendar year, all 4 sports teams went to the oh, wait, no, can't say that. Lions. Damn it, Lions.
Can't say that because we went 9-8.
Yep. Okay. All 4 of teams had a winning season. Yay.
They all have. That's the first time in a long time that has happened.
I think the last time was 2004. No, 2004 we didn't have a winning season. What would it have been? It would have been 2011, wouldn't it? When the Tigers went to the playoffs.
I can.
Red Wings were in the playoffs.
Yeah, I can count that.
And the Pistons were in the playoffs that year, right?
I think we were in the playoffs in 2019.
But I'm just saying that year, all 4 teams made it because that was when we lost to the Saints in the wild card game with Matt Stafford's first playoff game. That was 2011 season.
Yeah, that's when we were like.
The Red
Yeah,
Wings,
that's when we were like the 8th seed.
Red Wings got bounced out in the second round of the playoffs that year. Pistons got bounced out in the first round. And the Tigers got bounced out in the divisional round that year, if I remember right. Which would be the second round of the playoffs. That's the last time all 4 teams had a winning record at the same time. Think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
That's 15 years. That's a long time. But you're talking about 4 different sports and 4 different played sports and 4 different schedules and all that stuff.
Yeah, talk about a longevity.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. We've been on for our hour. Chicken Nugget, tell everybody where to find you.
Yeah, you can find me at Chicken Nugget King on Instagram, Twitter, and even on here on YouTube, sitting at 358 subscribers. And you can find me with LionsNationUnite.com. And yeah, we're going on the way up, man. So I'm excited for this season. I'm excited for, Tigers. Yes, I will be at the opening day game. If you're looking for me, if you see me there, wave hi and see me, because I'm gonna enjoy this experience just like you're gonna enjoy this experience. And, love Tigers baseball through and through. So I can't wait to see you guys.
All right. So I'm going to close it out listening to a little dulcet sound. I think this is the one. Nope. There it is.
Oh, that's it. That's the one.
Jeremy B spitting wisdom through the mic. Motor City Lions ready for the fight. Dust the haters off, hear that roar in the night. One pride rising up, we shine so bright. So huddle up, lean in, lend an ear. This thunderous voice you gotta hear. Detroit's roar, it ignites the night. One pride, we're ready, yeah, we're taking flight. Voices rising, man, it's pure delight. Proud and strong, we'll always unite. Podcasting strong, we break out like a beast. Talking plays and dreams, never settling for least. From the crowd's energy, we fueled and increased Detroit's heartbeat in the joy we feast. So let the stadium shake, hear the sound. With Jeremy leading, with glory bound. Detroit's roar, it ignites the night. One pride, we're ready, yeah, we're taking flight. Voices rising, man, it's pure delight. Proud and strong, we'll always unite. So tune in tight, let the stories unfold with Jeremy